All right, everybody, welcome back to the best damn training channel on YouTube. Today is a combination of upper and lower body, but it's also a deload week, which is why I'm combining my upper and lower body today. So this deload week is going to be a shorter week. I actually took an extra rest day on Monday. So today is actually Wednesday, and I'm combining what would have been my Tuesday and Wednesday session into one. And because I'm doing that, what I'm doing is taking my main lifts from each day and just hitting a few sets on those. So I've already done 2 sets on the cleans. So I'm gonna do 3 sets on the clean. I'm gonna do 3 sets of back squat, 3 sets of bench press, and then 3 sets on a row, keeping the intensity very, very low. I'm just kind of going through the motions, making sure that I'm still feeling out the movements and I'm not taking complete rest before I go into my next week, which is gonna be a heavier, harder week, and just kind of getting 60, 65%-ish numbers on most of these lifts. But what I wanna show you guys today is something special that happened on Saturday. And on Saturday, I went into the gym with one goal. I wanted to max out my front squat. And as I was warming up my front squat, I felt that something was gonna be very special that day, but I didn't realize how special it was gonna be. So rather than chit-chatting about it the whole time, I'll show you guys the video here. I apologize for the vertical orientation of it, but I did film it on my phone. I didn't have my camera with me on Saturday. So as you can see, I was able to build up to 220 kilos on a front squat, which was absolutely insane for me to do on that day. I do believe that Saturday just happened to be one of those one-off days where everything had clicked perfectly, and no matter what lift I had chosen to do on that Saturday, I probably would have hit a 1 rep max on that, whether it be front squat, back squat, clean, bench press, whatever it was, that energy was going to go into whatever lift it was. It just so happens to be that I was front squatting that day. It was one of those days where it's like, all right, everything is feeling amazing. We're cooking. I'm just going to send it and we're going to go for something big here. So as I was warming up, and by the time I got to about 160 is when I got the idea of like, okay, something special is going to happen this day. So I did 160, then I built up to 180. 180 felt just like the 160 did. Then I went to 200, and the 200 even felt easy. So from 200, I went 210 and then 220, and everything felt incredible. On that 200, or on the 220, I even thought to myself, like, I should throw on another 5 kilos, but I wanted to play it a little bit conservative because I'd had a really heavy, hard week. And consequently, by doing hard sprints, maxing out on a power clean, heavy back squats, maxing out on the bench press, and then maxing out on the front squat, that week was intended to be kind of an overreaching week for me. What ended up happening is I buried myself into the hole. I got a little bit sick. Sunday, Monday, paid the price for it. Tuesday felt a little bit better. And then today being Wednesday is kind of my first day where I feel a little bit normal. Still feel a little bit fatigued from having a little bit of a cold over the past 72 hours. But yesterday I went out to the track. I did some sprints, felt like trash. Today, woke up, started doing my cleans, did my normal warm up. Everything feels like a deload week should be feeling. So I think we're back on track to feeling normal. It's not an uncommon thing to max out or have a really heavy, hard week and end up putting yourself into the hole where you get a cold or you feel a little bit sick for 2 to 3 days after that. Because just like with anything else, like training is stress to the body, but it's not specifically just to the muscles and just to the nervous system. It's like, it is systemic stress. And if you accumulate too much systemic stress, then the system itself is going to have to go through a process of recovering and adapting. So you bury yourself by training really hard, like your immune system's also going to drop things. Everything's going to go down at a period where it needs to start to recover and get back. So I'm on my up swoop from being a little bit sick and recovering from a heavy week. So this week's deload week is going to be a true deload. Nothing above 65% in the weight room. Sprint volume is going to be very minimal. Basically, yesterday I did 2 resisted sprints and then I did 2 accelerations. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a max velocity session and probably do 2 good reps on like a flying 10 meter and probably keep that build a little bit shorter than the 30 meters than I've been doing for the previous weeks, because I wanna monitor the speed on that a little bit and the intensity. So I'll probably do like a 20 meter build into a 10 meter fly. Give me something that's gonna hit me around like that 1 second range, give or take 500s. Well, not take 500s, I'm not hitting the 0.95, but let's say 1 to 105 tomorrow on the flying 10s. And then I'll do another full body session on Friday or Saturday. And then I'll have an extra rest day before we get into next week, which is gonna be a peaking phase into a taper. And then we're gonna get into our final testing for the unit combine. All right, so I built up to 130 right now. I'm gonna do my 3 sets of 3. I'm keeping that pause. I might keep the back squat pauses throughout this entire program. So I think on the next block, what I'm gonna do is building up to like a 1 rep max pause squat on the back squat. We're gonna do that over the course of 3 weeks, and then we'll go into a taper for week 4. And at the end of that taper or midweek on that taper, we're gonna go into some new testing. We'll do the 40-yard dash, we'll do the bench press test, we'll test the power clean, and we'll test broad jump and some different things. I think I'm gonna keep the pause. I might do clusters and like do sets of 1 and 1. So I've been doing 3s on the back squat. So I might do something like week 1, we'll do 4 to 5 sets of 1 by 1. So we'll do 1 squat, re-rack it, rest 30 seconds, 1 squat again. And then we'll just build from there. But we'll get into next week once we get there. I do have a few announcements that I want to let you share with you guys. First off, I gave away 2 programs on, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I made a video, told you guys to reply. I would choose 2 random people. Those 2 people have been given their free copy of the Unit 2.0 program. I will be doing that again here in the coming weeks, because it looks like I'll be able to give out another 2 programs next month. And that's going to be the goal. Like I told you guys, for the money that I can make through YouTube, I'm going to give away that much training for free. At some point in time over the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be doing another giveaway. So make sure you guys watch and keep track on that so you can get your free copy of the Unit 2.0 program. Second announcement is I will be back in Austin, Texas, May 26th to June 9th or 10th. One thing that I want to happen during this trip is I want Will Ratelle to get his ass down to Austin, Texas. So Will, myself, and Tim can all be in the same room at the same time in the same gym training together. And if that's something that you guys want to see, go spam the shit out of Will's channel, out of his Instagram page, send him DMs, do whatever you can. Absolutely bombard him with messages saying May 26th to June 9th, you need to be in Austin, Texas, and just hammer him until he agrees. So I want to annoy the shit out of him to the point where he has to come to Austin. Otherwise, he'll never hear the end of it. So the plan when I get down to Austin is meet up with Tim. We're going to do a bunch of training together. Probably going to do another podcast. I want Will to come down there so Will and I can do some training together. I think it'll be a great time. Anybody else who wants to meet up in Austin, I'm down for a meetup, do some training. The whole reason I'm going down there really is just hang out with cool people, train, do some content, see a bunch of friends and people that I know down in Texas. So like I said, spam the shit out of Will to make sure that he's down there when it comes to May 26th to June 9th. Will Ratelle, Blaine McCONNELL, Tim Riley, It's weird as fuck saying my own name in the third person like that. But the three of us in the same gym at the same time. Hell, I even want like Austin Yoakum. If you see this or you guys know Austin, go spam him as well. Get him down to Texas. Last time I was down there, Jake Tura came. Let's get Jake down there again. I want this to be a conglomerate of the strength and conditioning guys on Instagram to all be in one gym at the same place, at the same time, and do one amazing session or have multiple sessions over the course of 3-4 days, whatever it might be. I made a post the other day or a story the other day on Instagram tagging people that I think you should follow and like programs that you should try. And I tagged Will, I tagged Tim, I tagged Austin and Jake. And Austin replied to me, he said, this is like collecting all the infinity stones. So if you get all 5 of those together in the same room at the same time, I think some special things are going to happen. And that's the goal. That's the only thing I want to happen when I get down to Texas. I want all of us to be in the same room, same time. And I think it will be the most amazing atmosphere for training. But I'm going to knock out another set of squats, and then we're going to move on to the bench press right after this. Next announcement that I have for y'all is about this unit combine program that I've been doing for the past 8 weeks and all the videos you guys have been seeing. This program has 4 weeks left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a 3-week peaking phase. We're gonna do a 1-week taper, and then we're gonna retest everything on this program. Once we finish with that 4th week, I'm then going to put the program onto a PDF, upload it so you guys could pay for that program and download the program and have the entirety of that 12 weeks. I think the price point on that is gonna be around $70. The Haas unit program I have is $50. That's a 9-week program. The Unit 2.0 program I have is $99 right now. That's a 16-week program. So this is gonna be 12, right in the middle of that. So I think $70 is gonna be perfect for the unit combine program, which is all the videos you guys have been seeing me do over the past couple months. But along with that, I already have the next idea of the program that I wanna do in my head. So about a year ago, I had made a statement about wanting to release a program that doesn't include any Olympic lifting, that doesn't include any sprinting. And that way people who go to just like a normal gym that don't have the ability to do sprints, or people who don't even want to do Olympic lifts, maybe they don't like them, they're not comfortable with them, they've never done them, or they have no interest, whatever it might be. I wanted to create a program for those people to train similarly to the way that I train and do it to gain strength and get stronger. So the program is called Strictly Strength. I've had this program done for probably a year now, and I was going to release it multiple times. And every time I'm getting close to wanting to release it, I don't feel comfortable releasing it because it's not a program that I've specifically done. There are aspects of the program that I've had, certain progressions on squats and bench that I've done in other programs, but I haven't done this program by itself as a whole. So I'm going to be taking the basis of Strictly Strength, and I'm going to be doing that for the next 12 weeks after this combine phase is over. It's a 4-day-a-week program, so once Strictly Strength gets released, it's gonna be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday program. But I like to sprint, I like to do Olympic lifts, I like to have other aspects in my training. So when I do the program, and for those who are subscribed to my monthly channel, do the program, we're still going to have our sprint days. We're still going to do some Olympic lifts, but all of the strength work is going to be the Strictly Strength program. So we'll do that program first, and then at the end of those 12 weeks, we'll be able to release Strictly Strength and finally have that program out. Because after mentioning it the first time, there was a lot of excitement about a strength-only program. And like I said, I just didn't feel comfortable releasing something that I haven't done or tested out with other clients or anybody yet. And I wanted to go through that process first. So I'm gonna run through that program. I also got 100+ people who are on the subscription program who are gonna be doing that with me. So I'll get a lot of feedback on the program. We'll be able to make the necessary adjustments that we need to in order to make this program the best strength program that's gonna be out there. And then that program will be released sometime around, I would say August, maybe September. I want to get it out before the winter starts. So sometime at the end of the summer, beginning of fall, that program will be released, and that's going to be the strictly strength program, mainly going to be focused on squat, bench, deadlift. All your accessory work is going to be gearing towards heavy back squat and front squat. We're going to do a heavy bench press, and we're going to do some heavy pulls from the floor. So it's going to be basis around that. I think that'll also be a really good foundation program for people who want to eventually get into a different program and they don't know where to start. Strictly strength would be a great program to start on, be able to just knock out all your strength work, build a solid foundation of having a base level of strength. And then if you're starting to get interested in wanting to do more Olympic lifting, you could look at something like the Haas unit program, or you could look at something like Unit 2.0 and have those options available to you. That's going to be the plan basically for the year when it comes for training. So we've got Unit Combine coming out. You guys can buy that coming in April. And then we've got Strictly Strength coming out about 14 weeks after that. You guys will be able to get that. So that should be able to kind of last you guys for 6 months or so, looking for the rest of the training year. So that's the plan when it comes towards releasing programs. So for the bench press though, I'm gonna be doing 3 sets at 110, which is roughly about 65%, a little bit lower than 65% of what my starting 1 rep max was for this program. And then I'm going to finish off today with some rows. But today's kind of a little update video. Just wanted to get you guys some information about what things have been going on. And plus, I just wanted to show the front squat because I thought it was really cool to be able to hit my all-time best at 39 years old. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.